Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, myself Farooq Gilani. In previous chapter, we read about the executive within the parliamentary system. Today we are in the next class, in the next chapter of class 11th, in which we will come to know about the legislature at the center as well as at the state levels. As you know, we have adopted the parliamentary form of the government in India, whereby we mean that there are two houses, or we have the parliamentary system with bicameral legislature. The word legislature here means, it's a Latin word which mean those who write the laws, or those who write the laws. It's a Latin word which means those who write the laws, or in which the elected or the appointed members of the legislature are supposed to cast their vote in favor of any new law. In India, we are having bicameral legislature. Under bicameral legislature, we have two houses within the parliament. The number one house is known as Rajya Sabha, or what we call upper house. And another house is known as Lok Sabha, or what we call Legislative Assembly. In the parliament, we have the Rajya Sabha as well as the Lok Sabha. Today we will know about the Rajya Sabha. This Rajya Sabha, it is known as the Council of States. Council of States. It is known also as Council of States, in which we are having 250 members. Out of these 250 members, we have 130 members, 38 members are those who are elected by the state legislative assemblies, and 12 members are nominated by the president. These 250 members is the strength of the Rajya Sabha, out of which 38 members are elected by the state legislative assemblies in proportion to the population of the state. These members, 138 members, they are being elected by the state legislative assemblies through the PR system of representation, through single transferable vote. All these state legislative assemblies as well as the union territories elect these 138 members in proportion to their population, and these 12 members are nominated by the President of India out of the persons who have got the distinguished positions in the literature, in the science, in the art, or in the social services. These 12 members, those members who have attained some kind of distinguished positions within the nation in literature, science, art, or social services. These members are nominated for a period of 6 years. Also, these members are also elected for a period of 6 years, but 1/3 of these members get retired after every 2 years. So here we can say that in the Rajya Sabha we are having 250 members. Out of 250 members, 138 members are get elected through the indirect voting, or what we call PR system of voting, or what we call that this is a single transferable vote system, in which the 138 members get elected and 12 members are nominated by the President of the India for a period of 6 years, and out of these one third of these members get retired after every 2 years. This Rajya Sabha is having equal powers. In the power sharing, they are having equal powers in terms of its legislative powers. Under its legislative powers, we can say that they have equal powers in ordinary bills. In ordinary bills, they can have equal powers, and in case of disagreement on any kind of ordinary bill, the President of the India has like to summon both the houses, where the deadlock between the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha is getting resolved. In case of, in terms of the numerical strength of the Lok Sabha, the bills get passed as there is the more members are in the Lok Sabha and the less members are in the Rajya Sabha. Likewise, in terms of its financial powers, it does not enjoy equal powers, because no money bill can generate from the Rajya Sabha. No money bill can generate from the Rajya Sabha, and Rajya Sabha has the power to retain any bill for 2 weeks or 14 days. After that, once it cannot reject the bill, or it cannot retain the bill more than 14 days. So we can here say, in the financial powers, this Rajya Sabha is not having the equal powers with the Lok Sabha. Likewise, in terms of its executive powers, the Council of Ministers is responsible. But this Rajya Sabha has the right to ask the questions, to ask the supplementary questions, to go for the to have the adjournment motions, and they can also they cannot remove the Council of Ministers, but they can have the delay tactics which we have seen in the previous legislative assemblies. Likewise, in the amending powers, this too has in the amendment bills, it's amending power, where we can say that amendment bills can be originate either from the Lok Sabha or from the Rajya Sabha. There is no provision for the joint sessions. As such, the amending bills can be deferred, can be put in abeyance by the Rajya Sabha for a certain period of time. Likewise, its electoral power. It is having the electoral power also, as the elected members of the Rajya Sabha. The elected members of the Rajya Sabha have the right to cast their vote in favor of the President, in favor of the Vice President, in favor of the Supreme Court during the selection, during the appointment of the judges of the Supreme Court as well as High Court, and the members of this Election Commission of India. Likewise, it has the powers of impeachment. It can take part in both the decisions. So we can say the bicameral legislature in India, whereby the Rajya Sabha has certain powers. In next video, we shall discuss, inshallah, this Lok Sabha. Have a nice day.